The Ottoman Interregnum, A Tale of Turmoil and Triumph, 1403 to 1413. Introduction, The Setting of a Storm. The early 15th century was a period of turbulence and transformation for the Ottoman Empire. After the catastrophic defeat at the Battle of Ankara in 1402, Sultan Bayezid I, also known as Bayezid the Thunderbolt, was captured by the formidable Central Asian conqueror, Timur Tamerlane. This defeat not only marked the end of Bayezid's reign but also plunged the Ottoman Empire into a decade-long civil war known as the Ottoman Interregnum, 1403 to 1413. This period was characterized by intense power struggles among Bayezid's four sons, each vying for supremacy in a fractured empire. Prologue, The Aftermath of Ankara. In the wake of the Battle of Ankara, the Ottoman Empire was left without a clear leader. Bayezid's capture and subsequent death in captivity left a power vacuum that his sons, Suleiman, Isa, Mehmed, and Musa, sought to fill. The empire, which had expanded rapidly under Bayezid's aggressive campaigns, now faced the threat of fragmentation as regional governors and rival claimants to the throne asserted their independence. Bayezid's empire was not just a patchwork of territories held together by military might but a complex and diverse entity composed of different ethnicities, religions, and local allegiances. The defeat at Ankara exposed the vulnerabilities of this rapidly expanding empire. Local lords and former vassals saw an opportunity to reclaim their independence, and the external enemies of the Ottomans were quick to exploit the internal chaos. The contenders, Bayezid's sons. Suleiman Çelebi, the eldest son, Suleiman, initially took control of the European territories of the Ottoman Empire, including the important city of Edirne. His reign in the Balkans was marked by attempts to consolidate power through alliances with Christian states, including the Byzantine Empire and various Balkan principalities. Suleiman's strategy was pragmatic. He knew that to maintain his position, he needed allies. However, his reliance on Christian states alienated many of his Muslim subjects, who saw these alliances as a betrayal. Isa Çelebi, Isa, another son of Bayezid, established his rule in the Anatolian heartlands, with his base in Bursa. However, his position was precarious, as he faced constant challenges from his brothers and local Anatolian beyliks, principalities. Isa tried to assert his dominance through force, but his heavy-handed tactics and lack of political acumen made him unpopular among the local rulers and the populace. Mehmed Çelebi, Mehmed, who would eventually emerge victorious, initially controlled a small region around Amasya in northern Anatolia. His strategic acumen and political savvy, however, allowed him to gradually expand his influence. Mehmed was known for his patience and his ability to forge alliances. He maintained a relatively low profile initially, focusing on building his base of support and waiting for the opportune moment to strike. Musa Çelebi, Musa, the youngest, initially allied with Mehmed against their other brothers but later turned against him in a bid for the throne. Musa was known for his ruthlessness and military prowess. He believed in using brute force to achieve his goals and was willing to take drastic measures to secure his position. The struggle begins, the early years, 1403 to 1406. The early years of the Interregnum were characterized by shifting alliances and relentless warfare. In the West, Suleiman sought to secure his rule by forming alliances with external powers. He signed treaties with the Byzantine Empire and other Christian states, promising not to expand Ottoman territories in Europe in exchange for their support. These alliances gave Suleiman a semblance of stability but also made him dependent on the goodwill of his Christian allies. Meanwhile, in Anatolia, Isa and Mehmed clashed repeatedly. In 1403, Mehmed scored a significant victory against Isa near Ulubad, forcing him to flee to the court of Suleiman in Europe. Isa's defeat allowed Mehmed to consolidate his control over northwestern Anatolia. Mehmed's victory was not just a military success but a strategic one. By defeating Isa, he eliminated a rival and gained control over a key region. During this period, the Ottoman Empire was a battleground where each brother sought to expand his territory and undermine his rivals. The common people suffered greatly as armies marched back and forth across their lands, leaving destruction in their wake. The economy, already strained by the loss at Ankara, was further weakened by the constant warfare and instability. The Turning Tide, Musa's Rise and Suleiman's Fall, 1406–1410. As the conflict continued, Musa emerged as a formidable contender. Initially allied with Mehmed, Musa turned against him after a series of disputes. In 1406, Musa crossed into Europe with the help of Byzantine ships, aiming to overthrow Suleiman. Musa's crossing into Europe was a bold and risky move. He understood that to challenge Suleiman effectively, he needed to confront him on his own turf. Musa's campaign in Europe was marked by a series of bold maneuvers and ruthless tactics. In 1410, he defeated Suleiman's forces near the Vardar River. Suleiman fled to Constantinople but was captured and executed by Musa's supporters. Musa then established himself as the ruler of the European part of the Ottoman Empire, with his base in Edirne. Musa's rise to power was swift and brutal. He consolidated his position by eliminating Suleiman's supporters and securing key fortresses. However, Musa's rule was marked by his oppressive policies. He imposed heavy taxes and executed many of Suleiman's former supporters, leading to widespread unrest. His harsh measures alienated many of his subjects, creating a fertile ground for rebellion. Musa's rule in Europe became increasingly unstable as he struggled to maintain control over a restive population. The final showdown, Mehmed versus Musa, 1410–1413. With Suleiman out of the picture, the final phase of the interregnum saw a bitter struggle between Mehmed and Musa. Mehmed, who had been consolidating his power in Anatolia, now faced the challenge of a brother who was both ruthless and ambitious. Mehmed understood that to reunify the empire, he needed to defeat Musa decisively. Musa's rule in Europe was marked by oppressive measures and widespread discontent. He imposed heavy taxes and executed many of Suleiman's former supporters, leading to unrest among the local population. This discontent played into Mehmed's hands, as he portrayed himself as a liberator coming to rescue the people from Musa's tyranny. Mehmed's propaganda campaign was effective in undermining Musa's support base. In 1413, Mehmed crossed into Europe to confront Musa. The decisive battle took place near Comorlu in present-day Bulgaria. Mehmed's forces, bolstered by support from local Christian states and disaffected Ottoman factions, defeated Musa's army. Musa was captured and executed, bringing an end to the Ottoman interregnum. Mehmed's victory was a combination of military strategy and political maneuvering. He had carefully built alliances and undermined Musa's support, leading to a decisive victory. Epilogue: the reunification of the empire. With Musa's defeat, Mehmed emerged as the sole ruler of the Ottoman Empire, taking the title Mehmed I. His reign marked the reunification of the empire and the beginning of a period of recovery and consolidation. Mehmed I focused on restoring central authority, rebuilding the war-torn regions, and re-establishing Ottoman dominance in both Anatolia and the Balkans. Mehmed's reign was characterized by efforts to heal the wounds of the civil war and strengthen the foundations of the empire. Mehmed I's reforms and policies. Mehmed I understood that to secure his rule and prevent future conflicts, he needed to implement reforms that would strengthen the central authority and address the grievances of his subjects. He introduced a series of administrative and military reforms aimed at consolidating power and improving governance. Administrative reforms: Mehmed I reorganized the administrative structure of the empire, appointing loyal and capable officials to key positions. He worked to reduce corruption and improve the efficiency of the government. Mehmed established a more centralized bureaucracy, which helped in better administration and control of the diverse regions of the empire. Military reforms: to prevent the recurrence of internal strife, Mehmed I restructured the military. He created a standing army that was loyal to the central authority rather than to regional lords. This professional army was better trained and equipped, ensuring that the empire could defend itself against both internal and external threats. Mehmed also introduced a system of regular pay for soldiers, which helped in maintaining discipline and loyalty. Economic policies: the constant warfare during the interregnum had devastated the economy. Mehmed I took measures to revive trade and agriculture. He encouraged the resettlement of abandoned lands and supported the rebuilding of infrastructure. By stabilizing the economy, Mehmed aimed to create a prosperous and stable empire. He also reformed the tax system to make it more efficient and less burdensome on the peasantry. Diplomatic efforts. Mehmed I understood the importance of diplomacy in securing his position. He sought to improve relations with neighboring states and secure their recognition of his rule. Mehmed negotiated treaties with the Byzantine Empire and other Christian states, ensuring that his borders were secure and that he could focus on internal consolidation. He also maintained good relations with the Mamluks in Egypt and other Muslim states, creating a network of alliances that supported his reign. Legacy of Mehmed I. Mehmed I's reign marked the beginning of a new era for the Ottoman Empire. His efforts to reunify and stabilize the empire laid the foundations for future expansion and prosperity. Mehmed's legacy was one of resilience and recovery. He had managed to navigate the complex and dangerous political landscape of the interregnum and emerged as a strong and capable ruler. Mehmed I's reign was relatively short, but his impact was lasting. He set the stage for his successors to build upon his achievements and transform the Ottoman Empire into a dominant power in the region. The period of recovery and consolidation under Mehmed I allowed the Ottomans to emerge stronger from the chaos of the interregnum. Lessons from the interregnum. The Ottoman interregnum was a pivotal period in the history of the empire. It demonstrated the dangers of internal strife and the fragility of even the most powerful dynasties. However, it also highlighted the resilience and adaptability of the Ottomans, who emerged from the crisis stronger and more unified. This decade-long civil war serves as a reminder of the importance of unity, strategic alliances, and effective leadership. It underscores the idea that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, a combination of political acumen, military prowess, and popular support can lead to triumph. The story of the Ottoman interregnum is not just a tale of conflict and power struggles, it is a testament to the enduring spirit of an empire that, despite its internal divisions, managed to rise from the ashes and lay the foundations for future greatness. Detailed narratives, key battles and events. The Battle of Ulubad, 1403. The Battle of Ulubad was one of the critical early confrontations between Isa Chelebi and Mehmed Chelebi. Isa had established his rule in Bursa and sought to expand his influence in Anatolia. Mehmed, recognizing the threat posed by his brother, moved to confront him. The battle took place near the town of Ulubad, where Mehmed's forces met Isa's army. Despite being outnumbered, Mehmed's troops were better organized and more motivated. The battle was fierce, with both sides suffering significant casualties. However, Mehmed's tactical acumen and the loyalty of his troops gave him the upper hand. Isa's forces were eventually routed, and he was forced to flee. This victory was crucial for Mehmed as it allowed him to consolidate his control over northwestern Anatolia and weaken one of his primary rivals. Isa's defeat also bolstered Mehmed's reputation as a capable leader and a legitimate contender for the throne. Musa's campaign in Europe, 1406 to 1410. Musa's decision to cross into Europe and challenge Suleiman was a turning point in the interregnum. With the help of Byzantine ships, Musa's forces landed in Thrace and began their campaign against Suleiman. Musa's initial strategy was to win over local leaders and gain their support against Suleiman. Musa's campaign was marked by a series of bold and ruthless actions. He quickly captured key fortresses and towns, consolidating his position. His forces clashed with Suleiman's army near the Vardar River in 1410. The battle was intense, with both sides deploying their best troops. Musa's tactical brilliance and the support of local factions played a crucial role in his victory. Suleiman's forces were defeated, and he fled to Constantinople. However, he was captured by Musa's supporters and executed. Musa's triumph was complete, and he established himself as the ruler of the European part of the Ottoman Empire. The Battle of Çamurlu, 1413. The Battle of Çamurlu was the decisive confrontation between Mehmed and Musa, marking the end of the interregnum. After consolidating his power in Anatolia, Mehmed crossed into Europe to challenge his brother. The battle took place near the town of Çamurlu in present-day Bulgaria. Mehmed's forces were well prepared and motivated, bolstered by support from local Christian states and disaffected Ottoman factions. Musa's army, though formidable, was weakened by internal dissent and the oppressive policies of their leader. The battle was fierce and bloody, with both sides fighting desperately for control. Mehmed's strategic brilliance and the loyalty of his troops ultimately turned the tide in his favor. Musa's forces were defeated, and he was captured. Musa's execution marked the end of the interregnum and the reunification of the Ottoman Empire under Mehmed I. The impact of the interregnum on the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman interregnum had a profound impact on the empire, shaping its future in several ways. Centralization of power. The chaos of the interregnum highlighted the need for a strong central authority. Mehmed I's efforts to centralize power and create a more efficient bureaucracy were crucial in stabilizing the empire. Military reforms. The constant warfare during the interregnum underscored the importance of a professional and loyal military. Mehmed I's military reforms, including the creation of a standing army, helped prevent future internal conflicts and strengthened the empire's defensive capabilities. Economic recovery. The devastation caused by the interregnum necessitated significant economic recovery efforts. Mehmed I's policies to revive trade, agriculture, and infrastructure laid the foundation for future prosperity. Diplomatic relations. The interregnum emphasized the importance of diplomacy in maintaining the empire's stability. Mehmed I's efforts to secure alliances and improve relations with neighboring states ensured a more stable and secure environment for the empire. Resilience and adaptability. The ability of the Ottomans to emerge stronger from the interregnum demonstrated their resilience and adaptability. This period of turmoil tested the empire's limits but ultimately strengthened its foundations. Personalities and their legacies. Suleiman Çelebi. Suleiman Çelebi's rule in the Balkans was marked by his pragmatic approach to alliances and governance. His reliance on Christian allies and his attempts to stabilize his rule through diplomacy were significant but ultimately insufficient to secure his position. Suleiman's fall highlighted the complexities of ruling a diverse and fragmented empire. İsa Çelebi. İsa Çelebi's reign in Anatolia was short-lived and fraught with challenges. His heavy-handed tactics and lack of political acumen made him unpopular and vulnerable to his brother's ambitions. Isa's defeat at Ulubad was a turning point that allowed Mehmed to rise as a strong contender. Mehmed Çelebi, Mehmed I. Mehmed Çelebi's legacy is one of resilience, strategic brilliance, and effective governance. His ability to navigate the complex political landscape of the interregnum, build alliances, and implement reforms laid the foundation for the future success of the Ottoman Empire. Mehmed I is remembered as the reunifier who restored the empire's stability and strength. Musa Çelebi. Musa Çelebi's rise and fall were marked by his ruthlessness and ambition. His oppressive policies and reliance on brute force ultimately led to his downfall. Musa's reign serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of tyrannical rule and the importance of winning the support of the people. Cultural and social impact. The Ottoman interregnum had significant cultural and social implications for the empire. The constant warfare and instability disrupted everyday life, leading to economic hardship and social unrest. However, the period also saw the emergence of new cultural and intellectual movements as people sought to make sense of the chaos around them. Literature and art. The turmoil of the interregnum inspired a wave of literary and artistic expression. Poets, writers, and artists reflected on the themes of conflict, resilience, and the quest for justice. This period saw the production of significant works that captured the spirit of the age and laid the groundwork for the cultural renaissance that would follow in the later Ottoman period. Religious and social movements. The interregnum also saw the rise of various religious and social movements as people sought solace and guidance during turbulent times. Sufi orders, in particular, played a crucial role in providing spiritual support and fostering a sense of community. These movements contributed to the social cohesion that was essential for the empire's recovery. Conclusion: a period of transformation. The Ottoman interregnum was a period of profound transformation for the empire. It was a time of conflict and division, but also of resilience and renewal. The decade-long struggle for power among Bayezid's sons tested the limits of the empire and ultimately led to its reunification and strengthening under Mehmed I. The lessons of the interregnum are timeless: the importance of unity, effective leadership, and strategic alliances in overcoming challenges. The story of the Ottoman interregnum is a testament to the enduring spirit of an empire that, despite its internal divisions, managed to rise from the ashes and lay the foundations for future greatness. This tale of turmoil and triumph serves as a reminder of the resilience and adaptability of the Ottoman Empire, which would continue to expand and flourish in the centuries to come.